Hey everybody, this is Miss Florida Hot Picks here, giving you guys another Pick 3 video. And today I want to share with you a workout for Florida. If you've been keeping up with me, guys, I've been using the 317 rundown, but instead of using the last hit or the last straw, I'm using triple numbers. Okay, now how do I get those triple numbers? I get them by getting the date sum for the day that I'm working on, right? So for instance, if we're working on April 4th, okay, that date sum would be the month plus the date together. So if we add that 4 plus 4, we would get what? 8. So our date sum number that we're working on is 8. I would put that as a triple number. So I would go 8, 8, 8. The next step is you need to put it into the 317 rundown. Now, I will tell you, feel free to use other rundowns. They don't have to just be 317 because your state may run on a different frequency. You know, some maybe want to use the 123 or 369, you know, or something like that. So, you know, play around with it. Make it your own. All right. So now to fill out the grid, how would we count this out? We would add 3 down the first column. So 3 plus 8 is 11. For lottery math, only use your ones. Place your 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. Just use your 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. 2 plus 3 is 5. And 5 plus 3 is 8. You know that you did it right because the number you start with will be the number that you end with, okay? And then you would add 1 all the way down and 7 all the way down, all right? Now, the cool thing is some of the easier hits literally come straight across, either on the bottom straight across of the triple or on the top of the triples. So pay attention. Each state has their own little unique flavor, you know, their own little pattern. But for Florida, I noticed most times they like coming on the bottom, but I have seen them come on top. So it just depends on what they're doing. You have to keep up with the patterns because they do. They get hot, they get cold, they go here, they go there. But if you find out what they're doing and you're backtracking, you're keeping a daily log, you'll be able to spot them even quicker, okay? So let's say, for instance, I wanted to play that 195. You see it goes straight across. So I would write that down, 195. You might also want to do 640, okay? And again, if you wanted to play the top 026, that could be something. Maybe even that 571, okay? Also, I want to caution you guys, sometimes they like to mirror, all right? So I would take maybe the 1-9 pair and turn that third number into a 0, like a 190, okay, for instance, or a 956. All right, or you might want to do a 645 or 401. And I'm warning that because they like to mirror so much. But if they come out nice, like this one came out April 4th, the date sum of 8, 640 was spot on. Bam, you would actually easy hit. Nice little hit. Yep, 640. Yeah, 640. You would have had you a nice little simple hit. And you notice that we're under the mirrors, okay? Sometimes they like to stay on top of the triples or they're mirrored. Remember, 8 and 3, they're the same number. They're just opposite. So make sure you newbies jot that mirror chart. When I say mirrors, 0 could be a 5, 5 could be a 0. You see that? 1 could be a 6, 6 could be a 1. 2 could be a 7, 7 could be a 2. 3 could be an 8, 8 could be a 3. 4 can be a 9, and a 9 could be a 4. That's what we mean by mirrors, okay? So yeah, that 640, not only did it come straight, it came right under the triple for that date sum. That's why I like using this system. Now, just to give you more options, sometimes they like using this front pair. I got a couple of straight hits like that, like 198, right? Or sometimes they might want to move it 958. Sometimes they'll use that third number as the triple. You know, like 643 or 403, pay attention. And sometimes they like to use those pairs, but they like to go down on one of these numbers, like 190 or 914, 952 or 950. I'm just telling you, so when you're starting to write down the pattern, see what you're seeing the most of. Now, will it hit daily this perfectly? You know we're playing with Florida, okay? You already know, so you know the answer to that, right? Okay, let's go on to the next one. So on April 5th, I was working on this, and I had the list, but I didn't get the hit. I was so upset. I said, oh, but I know, sometimes it's cold and the next day it could be hot. So I want to offer this alternative to you guys, okay? Don't just stick with the date sum itself. Now, what was the date sum for April 5th? It was 4 plus 5 would be what, guys? 9. So I put in the 999 as opposed to the last hit or the last draw, okay? I put the rundown together, added everything up, and I was going 206. I wrote that down. I also did the 751. And because I know things like to mirror, I did 756. But I also did a 152. Okay. That 201 or this 607. So I said, oh yeah, I know one of them going to hit. Something's got to give me something, right? Yeah, right. Please. Guess what? Sometimes they like to pull the switcheroo, and this is what I want you guys to be careful with when you're putting your hot picks together. Pay attention. You may have to flip your date sum. Yes, flip the date sum. Okay, give yourself that option because Florida, they getting it. I mean, I said, well, hold on, hold on. But there's still a way to get it. But I want to show you something. I know you guys probably see it. You're like, that's what I see it. But just hold on. Just hold on. Okay. So let's say 999. We're going to flip this to a 2 now. Why did I do that? Because that's what they're doing. They're flipping some of their charts. Now, how do I flip it? I would add 3 to each number. So make sure you jot down the flip chart. Okay. 0 could be a 3. You see how we're just adding 3? 1 could be a 4. 2 can be a 5, 3 could be a 6, 4 can be a 7, 5 can be an 8. You see that? 6, 9, 7, and 0, 8, 1, 9, and 2. This is where I got that. So also, not only would I do the 999 and use those combinations that I wrote down here, but I'm also going to flip it and go 2, 2, 2. Or if you don't want to do the chart, you could just flip the numbers. That's totally up to you. I'm just giving you options. It's totally up to whatever you want to do. Okay, but just looking here, right? Now pay attention. I would have did this 539. Straight across, under. Then I would have did 390 and 534. Okay. I also would have went down here. Okay. I would have said 084. Oh, let me make sure y'all can see that. I'm sorry. 084. I would have been 089 because I would have mirrored that end. 089 and then maybe 845. Okay. And I'm telling you, you guys pay attention. Learn how to mirror those numbers. Okay. Just looking at the 2 groups, I have a group from the date sum of 9, and then I have a group from its flip 2. Right. Guess what hit? 4, 5, 8. What do we have it as? 8, 4, 5. Look at this. You see this here? This is hot. You see how it has those pairs we need? 8, 4. Has that 8, 4 pair. So it didn't use the 0, but it uses mirror. And that's why I said the hit is there. You just got to know how to mirror. Now, here's another thing to double check, right? Look at this 4 down here. You see where it's connecting to? 4, 5, 8. That's another way you might want to start looking at your patterns too. Okay. You kind of want to back check it. 4, 5, 8 is right here. So you have it 2 ways. You have it this way. They run straight across because at least you know what third number option you need, right? And it's actually using 4, 5, 8 right here. All right. So pay attention. I wanted to show that to you so that you're like, oh, wow. So here's some other ways to look at that. Again, you'll notice that the 3 families, the 3 numbers that run straight across. But then you notice they actually used the date sum. That's why they couldn't do the 751 or the 206. And that can happen. That's why I wanted to show you guys both. And when you see your pairs, remember, take the, like this 206, turn that into a 201. Or this this 602, turn that into a 607. Play around with this stuff. Give yourself some options. I keep telling you, because that's how they get in Florida, is on those mirrors. And people are like, I don't feel like doing all that. I just want to get something that just give me the hit. If it could happen like that, we all be winning, boo. We all be winning every day. And sometimes we got to work a little harder. You know, they're not going to just hand this to us. So I hope you like that. That's what I'm using for predictions. I know you're going to say, well, does this happen every day? No, boo. They'll skip some days, and there's patterns we got to look for doubles, right? Because sometimes doubles will play. So again, we just have to use what we have. You tweak it as you go. This is just a blueprint. You will find other patterns, and that's perfect. Other states, pay attention. Some of this stuff you guys can use as well. But again, you may have to see if your hits go on top, right? Or if they like to flip. Sometimes they don't have to do all that. There's some states they're like, no, we'll just use it as is. And that's cool too. So I hope this helps. I know I put predictions on here, but I put the same predictions on the list for this morning. So be on the lookout for those, okay? And I will see you guys on the next video.